Fancy a coffee?
You! Hey, you! Stop! You are now a I'm not a sidekick. I'm second in. We got trouble. The boss went to the great and she refused to let anyone go with her. I feel like she's doing. Fursman is in the mines. It seems like she even took her Diggertron. There's lots of bad guys in the mines. Miss Natasha said he's Hook's daddy, and he's like a daddy to. Thank you. Please.
Calm down, calm down. We're all...
Save it! We treated you as our leader. You sold the intel about the vein to Antonia, but traitor! Well, nothing to say for yourself, huh?
Go away, you brutes!
Oh, little Hook? Oh, no.
Daddy?
Yes, I told Antonia about the vein, but I was the first one.
It's only because you have that detector.
Back off! I was thinking about the bigger picture when I did that. Huh?
Well, I think someone needs to teach you a lesson.
You'll never lay a finger. It's you!
Another punching bag?
Do you know who I am? This big diamond! It's all yours! Don't worry about me.
Good. That's good. And don't be afraid, young lady. Your injury isn't fatal. I remember. You are the outsiders Natasha mentioned before, right? I heard that you helped resolve some... The conflicts between the vagrants and the mining team have lasted for quite a long time. Even if you have just...
Daddy, let's go to the old witch's...
But the vein detector that rapscallion was out... It's just a tool.
Fancy a coffee?
I've taken care of your wounds. I'm running short on medical supplies these days, though. Don't pretend you didn't hear that, Hook.
Hook wasn't the one that caused trouble. It was those bad guys. Hey, whose side are you on?
I'm glad we're on the same page. We can't just... That's enough for now. I'll say this one last time, Hook. If you cause... The boss of the moles should stick to her word.
Thank you again. If it weren't for you and Dr. Natasha, Hook and I probably would have been in big trouble. Well, a few days ago, I found a geomarrow vein using a vein detector, and I sold this in. Then, those vagrants heard about it and accused me of being a traitor. They believe that since I'm also a vagrant who came from another the mining team could not agree with that, of course.
Daddy? Are we short on money?
My poor child. Daddy is old now. People say I'm selfish, think I'm a traitor, but it doesn't matter to me. All you need to know is when I'm
Daddy!
Forget about it. Since I've got the money from the mining team, it's just a shame that I lost my vein detector. I guess so. It's an ancient relic that can detect geomarrow. I often carried it around looking for a new claim. Anyway, I guess I don't need the detector anymore. The less trouble.
Hook seems to be giving me a look that says, Hook wants to talk to you outside the clinic, now. So that's why people call eyes the windows to the soul.
Wait! Hook needs you to help with something. Yes! We can't just... That detector is Daddy's treasure, so I got... Alright then. I'll be waiting for you. See ya! Too slow, honorary member of the moles. You should've... Let me introduce you to Sweta. She is Daddy's...
Not at all. Mr. Fursman trusts every vagrant and every one of... But after what happened over at that geomarrow vein,
I'm here to find Daddy's treasure. His vein detector.
Well, I would guess that's probably true. After the conflict in the mine, Wildfire gathered everyone out of the shelter and took a head count to check. When we returned to the shelter, Mr. Fursman's detector was gone. We searched all around the shelter. Yes, the shelter was usually crowded, so thieves would have had a hard time stealing. We vagrants have our dignity too.
But...
Actually, we've already asked those 4 suspects about it. They all claim... Of course, we could never expect thieves to confess and turn themselves in, right? In my opinion... Doesn't... All 4 suspects are at the shelter. If you're feeling confident, why not give it a try?
Adults are so dishonest.
Well. What's this?
Spill it! Did you...
You little brat. How dare you label me a thief? Someone needs to give you a good lesson on manners. I'm an honest and...
Anyone can say that. If you really didn't steal...
Oh, you have a temper, huh? All right, I'll spare a couple... I'm a cook. What else would I be doing? Don't you notice the smoky cooking smell all over me? It's just that I happened to be out shopping for ingredients at that time. Otherwise, who'd want anything to do with this kind of thing? That old Fursman was kind to me. When we were at Rivet Town, he put me in charge of the whole mining team's food supply. And it's because I trusted him that I came to this mine with him. I mean, I didn't expect he would take that money for himself. Anyway, he found that geomarrow vein by himself, so I won't blame him for not sharing. But you know, what he did was not like the old Fursman I knew. Well, I don't want to be a snitch, but out of my respect for Fursman, I'll tell you, the helper over there, I saw him sneak into Fursman's tent and come out holding a box. See? I don't care if you believe me or not. I've told you all I know. Now leave me alone if you don't have it.
Did you steal Daddy's detector?
Nope. I'm no thief.
Really? Then you better answer our question.
Ask away. Let's not waste time. Didn't notice anything. Good man, but a bit of a cheapskate. Nope. What detector?
Hey, would you mind talking more nice?
What? I always talk like this.
I don't feel like she's the thief. I know.
Hook?
Did you steal Daddy's
What? Oh, if I'd known I would become a suspect, I wouldn't have gone out at that time.
We just need you to answer a few
Okay. Ask away. Nothing special. I just went out to get some fresh. Oh dear, oh dear. I know that's a lame alibi, but I swear. Mr. Firstman, he's a good person. Oh no, oh no. I must sound very suspicious, but I really didn't do any. Detector? No. Is that all the questions you have? Have I proven my innocence? Oh dear. All this waiting around is enough to make me.
Did you steal Daddy's detector?
What? How could you say that? You're gonna make me angry. You know what a businessman values the most? Reputation. If your slander ruins my reputation and harms my business, you'll pay for it.
Well, then...
I have the right to remain silent. I withhold my opinion toward this. No, cop.
Ugh. I'll give you one more chance. Think?
You little brat. Grow a couple of feet taller before you think. Here, how about we make a deal? I'll tell you what I know in exchange for a small Great. I like your style. Customers who don't fuss over the price are the best. So what do you want to know? Versman is an old customer and we're all neighbors. We've known each other for a long time. But he sold out to the other side and left his own people out to dry. I went into town to restock. Nothing out of the ordinary, right? Look, the cook is definitely the thief. I'm sure about that. I value my reputation more than anything. In my line of work, I've learned to read people. And something's definitely fishy with that cook. I could tell from the start.
Hook's head is spinning. Do you remember everything they said?
Don't worry, I've written it all down for you. Remember, among these 4 people, only the real thief would lie. The cook said the helper did it. The tailor said it wasn't her. The merchant said it was the cook, and the helper said it wasn't him. So, do you know who the culprit is?
I don't know why, but come on. Let's go accuse the... Hook figured it out. You're the...
You gotta be kidding me. You thought about it for that long and came up with this conclusion?
You mean...
I gave you the answer, and you still couldn't crack the case, detective? I already told you it was the cook. Even if you asked me 100 times, my answer... Huh? Is it that hard for you to admit you were wrong? Have you ever heard of something called...
just you wait. I'll find it.
Fine, go ahead.
Let's go look around where Daddy kept the detector. Maybe we can find some clues there. This is the label from a supply box. That way! Let's go take a look! people must have been on this boat. It's got a spike. Not too many people smell like. Oh, the thief appears to have taken Daddy. Has Daddy's treasure been sold? Oh, where could the thief have gone? Think, Hook. Think. Oh, yeah. I saw Mr. Sampo on the way to the mine when I came here. Could he be involved in this? Follow Hook! Mr. Sampo should be that way! Mr. Sampo's always at the clinic hanging around Miss Natasha. Hook thought he was really sick or something. If he's working with the thief, then he's also a bad guy!
My friend, are you serious? This device is quite rare. Are you really willing to sell it to me?
No, why are you making this so complicated? Do you want it or not? Just tell me.
You two stop right there! Pitchdark Hook the Great has arrived!
Oh boy, I knew it was too good to be true. I gotta make this clear. I have nothing to do with this fella. You have to trust me. Miss Hook, please, don't point that thing at me. It's scary.
Hey, how can you sell me out like that?
You stole Daddy's treasure!
This is all that old Fursman's fault. Just because he has this device I'm holding, he can make a fortune.
Well, it seems you guys have some issues to sort out, so maybe I should leave.
What kind of a reason are you looking for? With the underworld in such a sad state, how were we supposed to survive? Anyway, I got the device now. Come take...
Diggertron, get ready.
Perhaps you still don't understand. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
You sure talk tough for someone who can't fight. Come on. No, Daddy's treasure! It's broke. But...
Hey, now this is Sampo's time. Of course. I wouldn't want to miss out on seeing you and Miss Hook's acts of heroism. Listen here. There's a fellow in Bouldertown they call Balloway the Miner's Lamp. He's an appraiser. Although he claims that he doesn't do appraisals anymore for ancient relics, he actually still does a bit. I think this device of yours is probably worth a lot. It might be a good idea to... Here's a trick. First, pretend that you want to sell it for a low price, then wait for him to excitedly fix the device for you. After it's fixed, tell him you changed your mind and you want to keep it for yourself. This business tactic is what I call...
Balloway the Miner's Lamp. Got it. Let's go into town to...
Have a safe trip.
Fancy a coffee? Oh. Uh-huh.
I'm already retired from appraising ancient relics, so unless this detector is some kind of precious treasure...
Oh, look at this! The detector's
Oh, ho, ho. This certainly is a rare relic. Let me take...
Yes! Look extra close. You have to help Hook fix it.
This device... I've been in the business for a long time, but never have I seen an ancient relic like this one before. I think this is probably beyond repair. But still, it is a rare treasure. Even broken, I'd be willing to pay a high price for it. The detector's probe is gone. It's like searching for something without eyes or ears. Now, it's nothing more than a pile. I'm willing to offer a generous price for this thing, so...
All right, then. Let's go find Daddy.
Where have you been, Hook? I was just about to go looking for you. Come on, let's go home. I'll cook some salt. What's wrong with this kid? Vein detector?
Big Sister and Hook helped Daddy catch the thief that... But... Daddy's detector...
So it was stolen.
I'm fine. Daddy?
The geomarrow probe is damaged.
I'm sorry, Daddy.
What are you apologizing for?
But... Daddy...
Don't cry, Hook. Daddy's true treasure.
Even you know what it is?
The detector helped me find lots of geomarrow veins, and it saved the mining team a lot of money. But at the end of the day, the detector is just a tool.
Doesn't...
It's okay.
So... The
is still happily running and...
Daddy! You're not allowed to see her cry!
Can I talk to you for a moment? I want to thank you again for recovering the Wonder Medicine, but disposing of Vash's reagents isn't enough to solve the medical supply shortage. Many of my patients can't be... Thanks to you, the route to the overworld through the furnace core has reopened. I'd like to use it to return to... I knew you. Remember my adoptive parents I mentioned to you? After the reopening of the furnace core passage, I had an idea. I wrote a letter and I didn't have high hopes, but amazingly, Sampo brought... That's exactly what I thought when I got her letter. Mom said they still live at the old house, but they're not working on the front lines anymore. They should still have some connections in the medical. If I'm lucky, maybe I can convince them to send extra medicals. Of course, that's not the only reason for me to go back to the surface. I can't wait to...
If possible, I would like you to go with me.
Wonderful. I've sent another letter to my mom telling her to find us near Fountain Plaza. Don't worry.
Fancy a coffee?
This place?
Oh, there you are.
Look at the busy flow of people. We're a little early. I want to buy my mom a gift. You're more of an overworld local than I am now. Flowers, huh? That's a great idea. I've been underground for so long. Flowers it is then. Can... Ever Summer? Was that always the name? Sorry. I don't mean to sound cynical. Now that I think about it, sending flowers is quite the tradition in my family. Mom, Dad, Vash, and I, whenever something good happened, we sent each. Do you want to hear a flower story? Each year for their anniversary, my dad would send my mom a bouquet of ball peonies wrapped. I heard that ball peonies represent love that... My father is a famous surgeon in Bellabog. Because of his fame, people in medical circles paid great attention to his surgeries. Each time he finished a tricky operation, my mom and I would buy a single stem of sunshine. Sunshines represent warmth and love of light. For patients on the verge of death, Vash. Out of everyone in my family, I think he probably... Still, I remember the day he received his offer from the medical academy. My parents took me to the florist, and when we gave him the flower, he failed to hide his smile. As an orphan, I never knew my birthday. My adoptive parents took me to the overworld and made the day I joined the... Each year on that day, my parents would give me a bouquet of first snow. The number of stems represent... I only found out later that first snow represents beautiful memories. My parents gave me a beautiful...
Mom will like this.
Oh, Marquise's, is it? 1 second. There you go.
Mom will like this.
All done? May I have Marquise's? Thank you. To be honest with you, it reminds me of Vash. Well, I knew you'd pick the right flowers. Mom and Dad, let's go. My mom will be there soon. Mom!
Nat? Nat!
It's been too... Sorry. I don't usually get this emotional. How have you been, Mr. Oswell?
I'm doing fine, Miss Natasha. Just fine. Look at you. You've blossomed into a
Dad, I was wondering where he is. Is he...
It was 3 years ago, Nat. No need to.
I'm so sorry, Mom. I'm so sorry. For 10...
Don't be, my dear. It is my honor.
It's not your fault that they sealed off the passage between the surface and the underground.
Oh, Mom. I have so much. I apologize. I wish this were a happier reunion. But there are too many suffering with sickness in the underworld.
Oh, there's no need to apologize, my child. I've heard of your deeds down there, and we have many connections in the medical academy. No matter what you need, be the doctor you always were, Nat.
It's all right. I was prepared. Although with her help, we'll be able to ease the underworld's medical supply shortage. I really wish I could spend the whole day talking to her about the old days. Let's head back to the underworld. We need to...
Miss Natasha, one moment, please.
Mr. Oswell? I thought you headed back home with Mom.
I apologize, Miss Natasha. As a matter of fact...
Something that Mom isn't...
You haven't changed a bit. Smart and sensitive. The fact of the matter is, in the first...
What? Letters from Vash?
Of course, miss. I recognized his handwriting. You'll see what I mean when you read... Actually, those letters were intended for your eyes only. The delivery address was the underworld, but because of the sealing off of the passageway, the letters...
I don't understand. Did you...
I'm sorry, miss. I opened one of them out of curiosity. Master Vash stressed in the letter that that's why I put the letters in a secure place, waiting to hand them to... I'm not sure if I did the right thing, Miss Natasha. I just didn't want your parents to feel that their son was so close, and yet so...
Do you have the letters on you?
Of course, here. You can tell it's the young master's handwriting.
The cold has revealed to me my arrogance. How can a child who grew up in warmth... Vash didn't I live in abandoned houses under broken roofs and continue my experiments. If what's in here is true, then Vash must have built a lab somewhere in the snow plains. there'd be no point in him lying to me in the letters. Still, I need to leave the city to recover my brother's research data.
Leave the city? You are taking too much.
I know, Mr. Oswell, but I have a hero with me. She saved the Vash. It's been so Ignore me. I'm just... Such harsh cold. It's hard to imagine anyone surviving in these conditions. Unless blizzard immunity is real.
Lance ablaze!
Lance forward! You won't get away.
Time to twirl! Do you know who I am? This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl!
Naughty child.
One step closer to the stars.
Burn away!
Time for a shot.
Perhaps you still don't. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Time to twirl!
Here, this looks like lab equipment. Maybe... Still, it's all just used test tubes, beakers, and other vessels. Oh, I know my brother. He's meticulous when it comes to medical experiments. There's no way. I want to go deeper into the snow plains. Gosh, the temperature keeps... Oh, that's very kind of you. This may not sound like me, but I hope...
Citizens? Outside the walls? Hey, you two! Stop right there!
That's a silver... Oh, I'd almost forgotten. No one can leave Belobog without authorization. Looks like...
I can't say you sound suspicious, but I can't just take your word.
Captain, look at her necklace. Maybe she's telling...
It's the same as Dr. Vash's.
My brother does wear an identical necklace. Do you...
Are you really his sister? Dr. Vash saved a lot of...
Saved your soldier?
Yes. Take a look at the guards patrolling outside the city. All of them are risking their life, aside from the monster-related casualties. We lose men to frostbite, but thanks to the medicine the doctor leaves us, my soldiers are able to withstand the cold. They can make camps in the snow plains as footholds for our patrols. If it weren't for the doctor...
Medicine. Blizzard immunity.
We don't know. Dr. Vash is elusive. My squad only met him once, and he didn't seem like the talkative type. He leaves the medicine at specific locations, and our patrols go... The medicine is extremely potent. A small vial could keep someone... Speaking of the doctor, it's been a long time since we last saw him. At least 2 or 3...
So he really did have a breakthrough in the snow plains. Oh, did the medicine have any side effects for you?
Side effects? Not that I know of.
If there were a problem, it'd be that we couldn't go back to the city until the effect had worn off.
Because the city would be too hot for us. We'd break a sweat just sitting idle.
Thanks for the information. We're planning to head deeper into the snow plains to find my brother.
Seems like you've made up your mind. I'd really like to send some of my men with you, but we can't. Here, take this medicine. If what you two told me is true, I'm sure you're more than capable of handling it.
Thank you, Captain. We'll take it with us.
Okay. I'm okay.
Nice time for an overhaul.
Time to twirl! Time to twirl!
Naughty child. Nap time.
You won't get away.
One step closer to the stars.
You won't get away.
Hold on. Did you see that? There's something on. Oh, the blizzard immunity. Shall we drink it? It's your. I'm ready. Can you feel it? It seems like Vash's medicine is working. So warm.
Perhaps you still don't Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
You know who I am. This big diamond! It's all yours!
That's better.
Nice teamwork.
Honored to meet me. Time to twirl!
You won't get away.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
How appropriate.
I have something for you.
Nap time. That was my first time seeing you in battle. You've got some moves, don't you? Let's have a look over there. My gut tells me we should find something. It's Vash's handwriting. This must be the... His last experiment was nearly 2 years ago? What happened after that? His notes seem to suggest he was working to improve. Brother, where are you? What happened? Sorry. I needed to take a moment. After seeing the letters Mr. Oswald kept for me, I was hoping things might have ended differently. I can't forgive him for what he's done. Nor can I say I... Maybe I should feel glad. The medicine might not have been what he wanted it to be, but it came to something. Maybe he found... They'll remember him as a murderer, as someone whose evil experiments brought great harm to the innocent. Vash doesn't deserve to be remembered as a doctor. I know that, but maybe this blizzard immunity can now bring benefit to others. Human beings... I'll take his records and data with me, and continue what he started. One day the world will see a perfect. Before we leave, I'd like to ask for another favor. The last one, I promise. That should do. Hope it can withstand the snow. You're right. Here lies Vash. That'll do. Thank you for helping. So long, brother. Hope you don't forget Dad's teaching. A doctor does not get to choose his or her patient, my children. Remember, never say no to those who come to you for help.
Fancy a coffee? At the end of your journey, all that perplexes you and troubles you will resolve.
Oh, it was a close thing, all right. Good thing it dawned on me. Hey, Sampo doesn't have to be a protagonist, right? The likes of us are better suited to, Turns out the Astral Express crew is more fun than I expected. You liked it? Really? No. I'm in no hurry to leave. What? Oh, Epsilon? What fun can you get out of a giant Vanity Fair like that? True happiness always entails the manifestation of the... Well, bye for now. Send my regards to the guys and girls in the tavern. Oh, and don't forget to say that Sempo Kasky will catch them for the next one. Time to make my curtain call. To you, my dear audience, I dedicate my performance. I wonder... You don't have to answer that. But if the answer is no, then you'll break my...
We should be getting back to the Express. Time to find March and Danhung.
Morning! How did you sleep? I'm full of energy, You poor thing! I'll go check the lunar calendar.
Did you get Himiko's message? It's time to go. The conductor will nag us again if we put...
Yeah. Well... Here we are at last. It's sad to say...
Nothing lasts forever.
Hey! I'm not that hard... Here we are at last. Hey! I'm not...
priorities? What do you mean? Are you saying rebuilding the underworld isn't one of your priorities?
Of course not. I'm just saying we have limited assets and we need new parameters.
Assets, parameters. You sure love your fancy words. Forget it. Leave it to me. I'll go down myself.
Come on, Seela. I won't leave you to—
Look, Branya! There'll be plenty of difficulties waiting for them, right?
Yes. Their future is filled with even more uncertainty than ours. But we will prevail here, even if it means arguments like this go on forever.
They won't go on forever if I win them.
Welcome home, you three.
Himeko, Mr. Yang! Team Trailblaze back from duty. Mission 1 accomplished.
Although Welt and I didn't get the chance to go with you, I can tell you worked hard to bring things back to normal. Well done, everybody. And especially you. I heard a lot of... I'd say it's a solid 5 stars.
Get some rest on the Express. Eurilo 6 was not an easy ride. Pom-Pom is of the opinion that we should leave as soon as possible to avoid potential resurgences of the anomalies we experienced earlier. Himeko and I agree.
Which means we need to decide where our next destination is.
That's right.
That's the path of the nameless, I presume. Always on the road, always trailblazing. I'm not complaining, by the way. One adventure after another, that's exactly what—
Looks like March has fallen in love with the way of the nameless. That's good to hear. You can head back to your rooms for some rest. Or stay here and make yourselves a cup of coffee. Whichever you like.
I'll head back to my room then.
There I was thinking this guy would gradually open up.
We need to give him some time, March. I think he treasures the time spent with you guys. About your battle against the Supreme Guardian and the whole Stellaron situation. You must have a lot of unanswered questions. While you were away, Welt and I did some research and came to some interesting conclusions. Let me know if you want to ask about anything.
Home sweet home. Mr. Yang and Himeko must be bored given how long our train had to stay here. Where's our next stop? I can't wait!
Noise. The Express crew tread upon the Trailblaze. We travel between worlds. The universe is vast beyond our imagination. It's a miracle that our paths converge. The fact that we get to know and thank you for becoming our companion. I'll do my best to... Sure. Oftentimes, those who are involved in historic events don't have the opportunity to see things from a wider perspective. Klapoth the Preservation is known for their... indifference. Unless you become a zealot like those determined to preserve the world they loved, the architects held on for hundreds of years. But as the Fragmentum and one particular guardian, Cocolia, abandoned the path of preservation, judging by how the battle turned out, Klapoth responded to your wish. Their gaze infused you with the power to wield the weapon of a supreme... Don't mention it. Welt and I may have stayed on the Express this whole time, but we've been watching over you from the moment friends look after each other. The same goes for us Nameless. Please remember, no matter where you are, is a Stellaron. There's no doubt about that. What I've gathered so far suggests it's likely that the Supreme Guardian was corrupted by the Stellaron at a very young age. All the tragedies that came after can be traced to that point. On the flip side, we can't judge Cocolia too harshly. Imagine if it were you or me who had to sit on the throne and watch the city slowly being brought to its knees. Would we not question? Sure, ask away. We've got... Welt may be better equipped to answer that. But if you want my 2 cents, I'd say it's unlikely. I guess it's possible, but it would take a long time. I can tell from your report that the new Supreme Guardian of Belobog is a smart young lady with leadership qualities. What's more important is that the firm and honest support she gets from people around her will also prove immensely useful. But fate likes to play tricks on people. Even if during their life they will remain vulnerable and helpless to countless threats lurking in the recesses of the universe. It's virtually impossible to destroy a Stellaron. No one, not even Herda, has found a way to break its structure. The best we can do at this stage is to prevent its energy from overflowing. When the Supreme Guardian was defeated, the Stellaron that had been transmitting energy to her exposed its weakness to us for a brief period of time, allowing Weltanite to contain its power. That's about all we can do about a Stellaron. It may be suppressed for now, but it's only a matter of time before it regains power. But this brief window should allow the people on this planet to heal and rebuild. You're most welcome. Have some rest. You've earned it.
So, your first trailblazing expedition has concluded. Be it joy or pain, success or regret, it's all part of the journey. Those feelings will accompany you as long as you tread on the trail. It seems you have something on your mind. Let's hear it. I'd like to hear a fresh perspective myself. As talkative as Himiko is, we've pretty much... I'm afraid not. As I've mentioned before, the Stellaron's influence on Eurilo 6 is more profound than we might think. I don't think Belobog's fight against the lingering effects of the but the balance of power is tilting ever so slightly towards humanity. As intangible as it may sound, don't underestimate hope, because the power it inspires has no limit. Like the Stellaron, it's a seed that may grow into something much bigger. But... is that so? Well, I think you did the right thing. It's better to move forward with the burden. I remember a distant world where the people were faced with unimaginable danger every single day. This goes to show how much of a difference ordinary people can make. I too wish to go with you, but Himiko insisted on letting you and your friends rise. I'd been observing what's happening on the ground from the Express, and I have to admit that I got sweaty palms a couple times. I was glad to see you three meet friends you could trust. Himiko was calm from the very beginning. She kept telling me to trust you, and she was right. Likewise. Get some sleep. We'll be heading off again.
Pom-Pom, we're back!
Shh! Checking star rail stability! Pom-Pom,
goodness.
spatial readout. Star rail stability keeps rising. The numbers have stabilized. Oh! Welcome back to the Express! You've accomplished your Trailblaze mission. The Express... don't worry about it. Eurilo 6 probably doesn't have anything worth, but don't forget... Thanks to you, the space fissure is healing up, and the star rail has become stable enough for us. As for the coaches, Pom-Pom's checked every nook and cranny. The destination will be announced at the navigation meeting. For now, get some rest and stay tuned. Oh, Pom-Pom almost forgot. There you go. Careful not...
Thank you, conductor.
Right away! To avoid encountering the anomalies again, the Express will dispatch shortly. For your safety, please don't leave your seat until the Express has reached... Till we make... we will see. Come with me, take the journey.
Wrapped in biting wind, hearts will never bleed, frozen and wrapped in biting wind, hearts will never bleed, frozen and banished out of greed. In their restless dreams, they try so hard to breathe, pulses flutter and sting within this bleakness. Pain will come with the blade. Pain will wake up the despond and crown in this dormant world somehow. Unsheath the sword not to kill. Unsheath the sword to rend those clouds above the ground. Wake up, it's time to gather now. The only warmth remains in hands clasped so tight. The only fire exists in brave hearts. Seasons that refuse to change over the years will find their way back on track. We made a choice, go fight against your fate. Pain will come with the blade. Pain will wake up the despondent crowd in this dormant world somehow. Unsheath the sword not to kill. Unsheath the sword to rend those clouds above the ground. Wake up, it's time to gather now. The way to celebrate. I'll be waiting till we make it the day to celebrate. I'll be waiting till we make it. Oh, we will see. Come with me, take the journey. We will see. Come with me, take the journey. The way to celebrate. I'll be waiting till we make it.
Not so long ago, I was still wondering whether I'd ever see Bellabog's sky again. Now I'm on its sorry. It's so beautiful outside. I almost thought I'd slipped into a fairy tale. When I stand aboard the Express, I can feel that you and I are really the same. Manifesting our own futures and... Everyone's working hard for the bigger picture. I believe I'll have lots of happy memories. Thank you for inviting me aboard the Astral Express. It's just like waiting. I believe I'll have lots... Thank you for inviting me.
Hello? Hello? It's about time we hit the road, passengers. Thanks to the 3 trailblazers, the activity of the fragmentum has reached the lowest level, and the readings regarding the status of Pom-Pom will dispatch the Express shortly, and we'll be leaving Urillo 6. Please be seated and say your goodbye.
Yanqing,
Yes, General.
watch this person carefully. Do you remember me?
I remember. Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. You are not one of them, Jin Yuan. Of 5 people, 3 must pay a price. You are one of them.
Hold on. I'll be there soon.
What did I tell you? He's definitely sleeping in. We trailblazers can go days without sleep. But when we do hit the hay, we have to make up for it. Anyway, no point wasting our time. The conductor wants us to attend a warp navigation meeting. Same old location, apparently. Let's head over. You drew the short straw. It's your turn to wash the coffee cups this week.
We will see. Come with me, take the journey.
Morning. You're very punctual. Oh, I can't remember the last time I got such a polite response. The trailblazing of Urillo 6 is drawn to a close, and the Astral Express... Not telling yet. We'll make an official announcement in the meeting, but I'm keeping you in suspense for now. The meeting will start soon.
Passengers, the warp navigation meeting has officially begun. Firstly, Pom Pom wants to congratulate you, the Nameless, for successfully resolving the problems at this stop. The Express is now in...
The three of us actually pulled it off, huh?
It's time for your conductor, that's me.
Long time no see, Astral Express crew. It's Kafka. I came at a good time. You're all here. Every single one.
No need for the mysterious introduction, Stellaron Hunter.
Himiko, correct? Apologies for interrupting your little get-together, but I'm sure once you've heard my request, you'll forgive me. I'd like you to make a destination alteration.
I've seen your face before, Stellaron Hunter. Even if it was only on a corporation wanted poster. They were offering quite the bounty. Dead or alive.
Doesn't concern me. Then again, a corporation bounty is a compliment, not an insult.
You wanted criminals sure know how to look on the bright side of things.
I will say, Herta certainly paid you all a compliment. A maniac that claims he can see destiny, leading a bunch of wild lunatics in pursuit of the most dangerous objects in the universe. And Herta doesn't give out compliments very often.
In pursuit of the most dangerous objects in the universe, huh? Well, in that sense,
You're in the wrong place, Kafka. We're not about to accept your request, and we're not about to get into bed with a Stellaron Hunter. It was nice talking with you. Perhaps next time you'll be willing to pay us a visit in person, and we can continue our little...
Have you guys heard of the Law Fu?
The Xianzhou Lawfu? It belongs to the Hexafleet of the Xianzhou Alliance.
But what you haven't heard is that it's currently very close to you. A couple of warp jumps away, in fact. Not to mention, 45 system hours ago, a Stellaron burst occurred on the Lawfu. An unexpected calamity, don't you think?
What exactly are you Stellaron hunters trying to do? The Xianzhou Alliance aren't us. They won't give you time to explain. Once you draw the attention of the hunt, you become their prey. The Alliance will hunt you to the...
Stop speaking in riddles, Kafka. Say what you have to say.
It's simple. That Stellaron has nothing to do with us, but the Xianzhou is convinced that we're responsible. My companion, Blade, has been taken away by the Cloud Knights. I want to bring him back, resolve this Stellaron crisis, and clear our names.
Nothing to do with you? Yeah, right. Sounds like a weird coincidence to me. You just happened to show up after the Stellaron burst. Also, we're not your friends. Why should we care if a Stellaron hunter is innocent, No! Why are we listening to her? The Alliance is strong. Is a single Stellaron burst really too much for them to handle? We're the crew of the Astral Express, not some squad of Stellaron stealing super specialists.
You could, of course, not get involved. Knowing that the Stellaron hasn't yet affected this region of space, you could make the jump and arrive at the next world. But sooner or later, the star rail here will be more blocked off than it was before. I can tell you what the future holds. If you don't go to the Lawfu, the Stellaron will eventually contaminate the entire ship, and over half of the inhabitants will perish. Oh, you brave and fearless trailblazers, you benevolent nameless. Can you really remain indifferent to that?
This companion of yours, Blade, He'd perish too, right?
No comment. Here are the coordinates. It's up to you how to proceed. Our destinations may differ, but the orbits of the stars will eventually converge. See you later.
March, get Don Hung.
Come with me, take the journey
Whoa, what are you doing here? I gave him the lowdown. Hey, remember what I said, okay? We're gonna vote against it. I'm not gonna take orders from that woman. It's way too much of a coincidence. A Stellaron hunter shows up at the site of a Stellaron burst that just happens to be occurring nearby. Oh, I'm so mad. She just hijacks our communications and then hangs up? So rude. You used to know her, right? Was she always like that?
Come with me, take the journey
We don't need another amnesiac on. Oh, yeah. I just spoke to Don Hung. Here's the deal. We've all got to vote against.
Take the journey.
I should have known you'd listen to that Stellaron hunter. Whatever. But you should.
Seems like the longer I spend in my room, the stranger things are when... March told me. If it were one of the other ships, it might have been okay. But I can't go to... I'm forbidden from setting foot on that ship. Total interception of any attempt to enter the Dominion is how they... So if you're planning on going, I remember the Xianzhou was a sight to behold.
We will see. Come with me, take the.
Are you okay, Don Hung? March brought you up to speed?
I'm fine.
Good. In that case, with regard to the matter at hand, our Stellaron hunter claims that a Stellaron burst has occurred on the Xianzhou La Fu, and that we're in the vicinity. If we head for the La Fu, we may have... However, it's also possible that our Stellaron hunter is lying and using us for her own ends. Neither Welt nor I believe that she's telling us the truth. But we can't... So, we're about to hold a democratic vote on whether to set a course for the Xianzhou. All those in favor, hold out your hand. All those against, keep your arms by your side. 3, 2, 1...
We will see. Come with me, take the journey.
4 against 1. Well, it looks like the Astral Express crew has a majority vote to head for the Sien...
I calmed down and thought about it a bit. If it turns out that woman isn't lying, then a lot of innocent people are gonna get hurt. Now's the time.
All right, all right. I think we're all used to March's modus operandi by now.
So, Don Hung, you want to stay here?
Yes. I'm staying this time.
In that case, Welt, ready for a trailblazing expedition? I know you've been itching to get out there for a while now, but make sure you take good care of the two.
Don't worry.
Destination Xianzhou, here we come!
The train is about to make the jump. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Whoa! So that's a Xianzhou ship? It looks even bigger than Eurilo 6.
For the Xianzhou, These ships are their planet. Terrestrial environments are cradles that allow civilizations to survive and then develop. Some of those civilizations progress further, constructing spacefaring vessels. I've only glimpsed it a few times, but
You okay there? What's with all the lonely nostalgia?
This is the Astral Express. I repeat, this is the Astral Express. We have arrived in Xianzhou territory. Requesting landing permission from ground control. From the bridge, I mean.
Welcome to Lawful Skyport. Starskin. Please await transfer. Please wait transfer. Please wait transfer.
We will see. Come with me, take the journey.
The signal is still repeating, but no one is guiding us into dock.
Maybe the Stellaron hunters were telling the truth. It seems like something really did happen to this. A vessel arrives at a deserted spaceport. Isn't that how, like, loads of horror movies start?
let's not let our imaginations get the.
Please wait transfer. Please await transfer. Please wait transfer.
I'll be waiting.
Still the automated signal?
Yes, it's still on repeat.
The Jade Gate now opening. On behalf of the Xianzhou Lafu, welcome, guests from afar.
Huh? Is this still auto?
The signal broke off. Seems that's all there is.
We should get going. Himiko, stay vigilant back here on the Express.
Relax. I've got Don Hung here with me.
Take the journey. We will see.
Yes, but I won't be putting my feet up. There's a lot to take care of here on the train. Make sure you're properly prepared before you set off.
Before we set off, I need to clarify the Stellaron hunters have given us a lot to consider, and a lot to...
Till we make it.
Precisely. The Stellaron hunters clearly have ulterior motives. However, knowing what they're all about, and given the focus of Kafka's words, I have no doubt that the Xianzhou, the Alliance, and the Express haven't had any previous dealings, so our arrival might not receive the warmest welcome. But as trailblazers, we're not in this for fame or gain. We just need to do everything and always keep that in mind. And don't forget the way of the trailblaze. Explore.
Yeah!
Let's go.
Come with me, take the journey.
Oh, look! It's just containers as far as the eye can see. This area isn't for receiving guests, it's for unloading cargo. Who does such a huge port and not a soul in sight? It gives me the creeps. Stop talking. If there is someone here, they're in my bad books already. Mr. Yang, what should we do?
We should start with the person who opened the Jade Gate. If it turns out they're not friendly, then at least they've already made things easier for us. If it turns out they were just doing their job, then we can ask them what happened here.
That's Mr. Yang. This is child's play for him. He's dealt with...
Let's move. Keep your wits about you.
Mr. Yang, someone's hurt. They're wounded.
The silver lining is that, based on what we can see, I'm guessing the Xianzhou must have evacuated the port immediately, leaving the soldiers to deal with the crisis.
Up ahead. Please.
Careful. We've never seen this kind of life form before.
Awaiting orders, Mr. Yang. Upgrade configured. What are you looking at? Time to twirl! Honored to meet me. This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl!
Naughty child.
How am I gonna get that time?
Miss Tingyun, fall back! They're Mara struck. We've already lost them.
Hey, you there? We need your help. Thanks for saving Beauty from the bees. Pleasure. But are you thanking us or giving yourself a compliment?
What are you looking at? Time to twirl!
Miss Tingyun, the Mara struck have been repelled, but there could be other dangers. The situation is serious. Allow us to escort you back to the sky.
Calm down, I heard you. It'd be rude of me to depart without thanking our benefactors. My name is Ting Yun. I'm the ambassador for the Luofu Skyfaring Commission Merchant Guild. May I venture to know the illustrious names of my heroes?
Illustrious names? Sure. I'm March 7th. This is Mr. Yang. Oh, Mr. Welt Yang. And this is...
I see. Well, thank you for coming to our aid. Although, there is one thing I don't understand. Starskiff Haven is under lockdown. Since none of you... If you can't offer an explanation, I'm afraid these Cloud Knights will have to escort you out.
We called for port transfer and got no response, but then someone opened the Jade Gate for us. When we arrived, there was no one to be found, so we started to make our own way through.
How can that be? My ship was the last one into port before the Jade Gate was shut. The Skyfaring Commission has already locked down Starskiff Haven.
We're telling the truth. You could verify it yourself by checking the access history of the Jade Gate. We found it strange ourselves when the gate opened, but no one came to greet us.
You're with the Astral Express.
You've heard of us?
Indeed I have. Oh, you've arrived at a bad time. The Xianzhou has suffered an incident. Whether you're here for leisure, treatment, or trade, I'm afraid you won't be able to go. For your safety, you should hurry to Central Starskiff Haven and take refuge. I'll take you to Madame Yukong of the Skyfaring Commission and let her decide how to
We caught wind of the incident you mentioned. That's why we're here, Miss Tingyun. to help the Xianzhou seal the Stellaron.
Your actions have already revealed your kind hearts to me. Sadly, I can't make you any promises. You're outsiders, and only— Oh, don't worry. Madame Yukong is kind-hearted too.
Those monsters back.
Why have we stopped?
Don't worry, miss.
I have a favor. Count me out.
I shouldn't have doubted you. Please accept my apology. The soldiers stationed here must have moved these into— I'd like to see us try. They're extremely heavy, even with all— Not that I'm doubting your skill, but I'd feel terrible if you hurt— If I'm not mistaken, the containers in the Trove of Verdure you've already put on quite the show. Do you think you'll be able to find and operate the control panel? I knew it! We just need to pass through here. Take the barge to Starskiff Haven.
You know, you sound sweet enough, but you were talking about getting us escorted away by your Cloud Knights. If it weren't for
Do you know who I am?
This big diamond! It's all yours! You won't get away. Time to twirl! How am I gonna get that time back? That's it?
You mentioned the Stellaron.
You work for the Skyfaring Commission, so I assume you're aware of its destructive power.
Yes, I am. As an Amicassator, I've been to many planets and seen my fair share of Stellaron corrosion.
Upgrade configured.
Naughty child.
Time to twirl!
I have something for you.
How am I gonna get that time back? Burn away! Honored to meet me.
Do you know who I am?
This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl!
Perhaps you still don't have— Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
What are you looking at? Hey!
Nap time.
Time to twirl!
One step closer to the stars.
Upgrade configured. Do you know who I am?
This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl!
Time for a shot. That's better.
How am I gonna get that time back?
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Time to twirl!
I'm on guard.
Do you know who I am?
This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl! How am I gonna get that time back?
Get ready, and watch your backs.
Leave it to me.
Upgrade configured.
It can't be. Merciful Medicus!
They sent you. Do you know who I am? This big diamond! It's all yours!
You won't get away.
Time to twirl!
That's better.
Nice teamwork.
Perhaps you still don't. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Secret of the saints!
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
What are you looking at?
Time for a shot.
Nice teamwork.
Time for an overhaul.
Time to twirl!
Naughty child. That's better.
I'm on guard.
I have something for you.
A miracle!
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
What are you looking at?
Nice teamwork.
Immortality means forever!
You won't get away.
Time to twirl! Do you know who I am? This big diamond! It's all yours!
You won't get away.
Immortality!
Oh, finally! Look how many tail hairs I lost on the way! Oh, my beautiful Tinny had a difficult start, but things got easier. Look, that's the bar. Don't fret. All Amicacetors know their way.
I was perfectly calm until.
Please take your seats, everyone. We'll be. On behalf of the Skyfaring Commission, allow me to welcome you to Starskiff Haven. On the Xianzhou Luofu, anything relating to aviation, navigation, and trade falls within the scope of the Skyfaring Commission, which is one of the 6 commissions of the Luofu. As the biggest port on the ship, Starskiff...
You definitely sound like a... what was it again? Oh, Amicaciter.
That's too kind of you. My job involves ferrying business delegates to and from Starskiff. Anyway, we're safe now. Normally, I'd be a good host and take you around, but these are difficult times.
Let's Palace of Astrum?
Right there, the tallest building in the city. It's also the headquarters of the Skyfaring Commission. Let's hurry, we haven't got much time. mean to rush you, but if Madame Yukong holds me accountable for not getting you over soon enough, I wouldn't want to be around for the consequences.
Sounds scary. I thought you said she was kind of...
We need to make a few preparations before paying a visit to any of the 6 commissions. Rest assured, Miss Tingyun, we won't go anywhere. If you could inform Madame Yukong of our arrival first, we'll meet you at the palace entrance later.
Very well.
Little Miss Fox moves at quite the pace. I can't keep up with her. I've spent too long on the bench. Let's catch our breath. That might be a little harsh, but she does put her own interests first. She did the right thing by not trusting us initially. We were an unknown quantity to her. As for the rush, my guess is she's... It'll be all right. We're not trying to stand in her way. We have...
We didn't have anything to hide in Bella.
Not so fast. I need to give you 2 a heads up first. Our meeting with Madame Yukong won't be without risk.
She is a top Xianzhou leader. Oh, Mr. Yang, do you think this could be Bellabog all over?
No, the Xianzhou Alliance is better than that. But Madame Yukong will definitely have a string of difficult questions for us. Why did we choose to come to the Xianzhou now? How did we know that the incident is related to a Stellaron? Who leaked their information to us? Careless answers mean distrust and potential hostility, which would make things much harder for us.
Huh, crud. One of us is gonna blurt something out, or get something wrong. Good idea. We can be his cheerleaders in the back.
Let's not do that. Don't worry. We'll find a way.
Oh, you're here already. Sorry to keep you waiting. Madam Yukon.
Are you not coming?
I've brought the Madam Helmmaster up to speed. It's over to you now.
Yes, madam.
Report the losses to General Jing Yuan and find someone from the Divination Commission. I can't just stand there watching while we deal with this mess. Greetings, guests from the Astral Express. Ting Yun has informed me of the purpose of your visit. Receiving guests isn't normally one of my... But since you know about the Stellaron and have stated that you want to help the Law Fu, I thought I should at least meet you in person and politely decline your proposal. The Xianzhou Alliance knows what a Stellaron is, and is more than capable of handling it ourselves. We have been around for over 8,000 years, and weathered countless dangers and crises. While the situation is serious, we have more than enough resources to spare. Outsider help is not needed on this occasion. You are guests from afar. There is no reason for this matter to concern you. Am I making...
From what we've gathered, the influence of the Stellaron can still be contained. If we can locate it in time and contain it, it's possible that we can restore any space. And we have experience in preventing Stellaron disasters. And we've only come here to lend you that experience.
I've said this and I'll say it again. This is an internal affair of the Xianzhou Alliance, and there is no need for the Astral Express to get involved. I decided to arrange a meeting with you.
But...
Never mind, Mr. Yang. If the Xianzhou Alliance say they can handle it, then we're wasting our breath. Let's go.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
Huh? And what's that supposed to mean?
It's only been a few days since the presence of a Stellaron was detected on the Law Fu. Starskiff Haven has been under full lockdown. No one has been permitted to leave. How did you come to know of the incident? And what led you to conclude that it was linked to a Stellaron? I acquired the access history of Starskiff Haven. Not long ago, someone hacked into the system and opened the Jade Gate, before guiding you, the Astral Express, into our territory. The hacker was skillful and even taunted us with her seal. Her name is Silverwolf, a member of the Stellaron Hunters. What say you in your defense? You are forbidden from leaving the Skyfaring Commission until the aforementioned questions have been investigated.
Don't be too harsh, Yukong. If this gets out, the whole galaxy will think the Alliance has forgotten how to treat our guests.
General Jing Yuan.
It's very unlikely that the Express has joined forces with the Stellaron Hunters. They are mortal enemies, after all. Apologies for interrupting your meeting. My name is Jing Yuan. I'm the General of the Cloud Knights here on the Law Fu.
General, this is an internal affair for the Law Fu.
I fully agree with you, Helmmaster Yukong. This is indeed an internal affair. I am sorry, guests of the Astral Express. It is true that there is a Stellaron on the Law Fu, but I'm afraid I cannot accept your kind offer to help resolve the issue. This is a Xianzhou matter, and it is our responsibility to handle it. Of course, it would be inappropriate of me to let you return without something to show for it. While I cannot accept your help with regard to the Stellaron, I do have a favor to ask. Please, after you. The Astral Express. I must confess that the train's reputation precedes it, such that it is often close to my thoughts. How delightful to come face to face with its past.
It's an honor to meet you, General. May I ask what the favor you spoke of is?
A matter that requires capable people such as yourselves. We captured a member of the Stellaron Hunters a few days ago, who goes by the name of Blade. During our investigation, the Divination Commission, the department in charge of intelligence processing, intercepted a transmission sent out by his accomplice, Kafka, who has managed to hide aboard the ship. As for where that transmission was destined... I have some knowledge of your relationship with the Stellaron Hunters. The Divination Commission is convinced that you made an alliance with them. I say that's impossible. The crew of the Astral Express are honorable people whose valiant deeds are lauded across the universe. There must have... As such, I came to the conclusion that the communication must have been an attempt by the Stellaron Hunters to sow dissent between us. We can handle the Stellaron, but it will take time and will require the bulk of the Cloud Knights on the ship. It is this Kafka that concerns me. The longer she stays on the ship, the bigger the threat she will pose. Since the Stellaron Hunters lured you to our ship, we shall move with the current. You are hereby authorized to do as you deem fit on the Lofu, with the goal of bringing Kafka out of the shadows and under our control. Doing so would clear the misunderstanding between us, reveal the true intentions of the Stellaron Hunters, and help us understand their connection to the Stellaron Burst.
What do you...
If you are able to capture this Stellaron Hunter, the Xianzhou will be indebted. The Lofu never fails to reward that which is given.
Okay.
Wonderful. It's a deal then. I shall notify Yukong that all intel is to be shared with you, and that our best personnel are to aid you in your search. If there's anything the Skyfaring Commission or the Cloud Knights can do for you during your stay, don't hesitate to make it known.
I think we only scratched the surface of this General Jing. I don't know about strange, but my gut tells me... That's it. A minor detail, but curious. He avoided talking about Blade. Since the Cloud Knights have already captured a Stellaron Hunter, why not use him to get to Kafka? Why rely on us? The Xianzhou is reluctant to involve outsiders in the Stellaron disaster, so why is it so keen on letting us capture a Stellaron Hunter? Yes. The only sensible conclusion I can draw is that Blade had already escaped when Jing Yuan spoke to us, provided they even captured him in the first place. Therefore, given our connection to Kafka, we represent the only way. That's why he asked for our help. He didn't want to let anyone else find out that Blade had already escaped. Now that we've figured that out, perhaps we can get closer to the core of what's happening here.
I've heard of you. The Alliance is very interested in the Astral Express. Blade is wanted by both the Corporation and the Alliance. There are 5 known members of the Stellaron Hunters. Elio is their leader, but always stays behind the scenes. Most of the operations are led by Kafka. Had the Divination Commission not intercepted her encrypted transmission, she would have remained undetected for much longer.
bring her to us. Ordinary means may prove futile when it comes to this individual. Don't misunderstand me. The Xianzhou does not engage in torture. Retrieving intel, in any case, you can deliver her directly to us. Once we learn something, I will share If things go as planned, I would love to find the time to sit with all of you and hear about your experiences among the stars. My responsibilities to the Xianzhou have meant that we had heard nothing of the Express for a long time. It is heartening to learn of its continued journey. I have other matters to attend to.
What do you make of this, Qingyuan? You think everyone's suspicious. Though they do say some girls have a sixth. He's much easier to talk to than that Yukong. Their attitudes are so different.
Master Diviner, you heard our discussion. What do you make of it?
What do I make of it? The way of heaven is apparent, but the heart of humanity is often deceptive. Are you asking?
That won't be necessary. The crew has nothing to do with the incident. Of that, I am almost certain. It isn't their intentions that trouble me. All I want is for them to lure out the one we're...
Wasn't that my idea, General?
Indeed. Your counsel has always been a great help to me. You may use your
Why don't you retire early and I use my discretion?
It is still too soon, unfortunately. If something goes wrong, you'll need a general to...
If you'd brought me that blade earlier, none of this would have been... Wait, what are you up to exactly? Xingyuan, did you...
Me? I had no idea he might escape. Unlike you, my gaze never travels beyond the horizon. I take full responsibility. The cloud...
I can understand. There's a lot to take care of on the Xianzhou. You were bound to miss something. On that note, perhaps it's about time you finally nominate me as your successor when the 6 charioteers next convene.
Yes. I have to go now. I'll leave this in your overwhelmingly capable hands, Fu Shen. There are 3 things in the world that I can't seem to rid myself of. The troubles of the Xianzhou...
General, Diviner Fu wants the General's position for herself. Everyone...
She is very capable, but her intellect is burdened by a quick temper. Now...
This Stellaron thing is easy. Blade escaped. Now we gotta go get him. Just say the word, and I'll solve this in a
I can understand your impatience, and I know you want to prove yourself. Now is not the time. If you truly wish to become sword champion, you shouldn't be running around brandishing your sword at people. Especially...
You think I'd lose to Blade?
I'm saying you need to have patience, Yanqing. Governing Xianzhou is different from a sword fight. The only way to build momentum is to work... There is something we must take care of before making our next move. As long as it remains unresolved, we're at a stalemate. How did it manage to bypass the Skyfaring Commission's inspections and the Divination Commission's prediction?
I say we bring those 2 Stellaron hunters before Diviner Fu. She'll get an answer after...
I've asked our friends from the Express to take care of that for us. Worry not, you'll have your moment when the current stalemate... You are my most trusted aide. And there are some things that I would only assign to you. That boy. I suppose it is my fault. I should have given him an opportunity already. A sharp sword can't stick. My fear is that this might prove too big a setback.